guys, Ashlane here. Today I'm coming at you with 3 examples of 3-star attacks by Town Hall 10 attackers using GoLaLoon and then a GoHoWi example coming as the 3rd replay. But we're especially going to pay attention here to the new Queen A.I. Now I know a lot of you guys already know, but some may not, that Supercell actually adjusted the Queen's AI a little bit to where she won't get caught on walls quite as easily as she did before the update. So you'll note in all 3 of these replays that little update on the Queen's AI is going to come into play here. So on this first attack on Brandon's base by the #1 attacker from a Chinese clan we recently fought, you'll see that he comes in here with a few wall breakers. This base is actually semi-popular. We saw it a couple wars ago, so you might want to try this attack yourselves if you come across it in Clan Wars. So you see here there was a nice delay on that Barbarian King, and then it's going to be a perfect timing on the Iron Fist ability to have him sprint forward past the Queen, leaving the Queen in the dust and having to deal with the Expo, as there's a lot of distance now between the Queen and the Golem and the Barbarian King. Now the King's going to go ahead and trigger that clan castle. The Hound will be caught up on the King there, and the perfect timing on that Queen ability. And whereas before she would get caught on a wall trying to make her way towards that air sweeper and Inferno, she now moves along the wall and is able to take out that second air defense. Now this requires a lot of planning, but if you can plan for the Queen moving along walls rather than into the walls, you can actually pull off attacks like this. All 3 examples are going to be using the Queen in such a manner. You can see here that 2 Lava Hounds, pretty standard deployment from here on out. 2 Lava Hounds on the first air defense, 1 Lava Hound on the second air defense. Why do you do that on GoLaLoon attacks? Well, 90% of the attacks when you're using 3 Lava Hounds, you want to deploy 2 Lava Hounds at the first air defense, because those Lava Hounds are going to take the brunt of the defensive attention and damage. So you want to have a beefier meat shield, if you will, with those 2 Lava Hounds on the first one, because the first Lava Hound is going to go down pretty fast. You can see the attacker here is dealing with quite a few of the pups from that opposing Lava Hound, but he also has quite a few of his own still left on the board. They're going to go ahead and take care of the rest of the clan castle pups, and we'll go ahead and fast forward. As you can see, he just has enough troops left, and he has plenty of time left to pull off the 3-star attack. All that's left is a mine and a camp. So there it is, 3-star attack. Pretty devastating to see against the #1 player on your team, right? So they were also able to get our number 16 player, who is Lane, and this attack is very interesting because it does not involve any golems. It involves 25 balloons, which is quite a lot for these GoLaLoon attacks, and he's going to be afforded the luxury of using 4 Lava Hounds, and this is a very popular base design. So let's pay attention to how exactly he does it there. By deploying the Queen a little bit to the south, he knew she was going to travel along those walls instead of into the wall to meet up with the Barbarian King and take out that clan castle. And now he's dealing with no clan castle and only 3 air defenses, as she was able to take out the air defense as well. Also took out an air sweeper. Once again, like I said in the first attack, he has 2 Lava Hounds at that very first air defense that he engages, a 3rd Lava Hound at the second air defense, and then he was able to bring a 4th Lava Hound that he also deployed into that southern air defense. You can see that 3 Lava Hounds are leading the way past all those rage spells to that last standing air defense, and it's actually a brilliant idea, the deployment of those Lava Hounds on this attack, as those Lava Hounds up in the north there right now are going to have plenty of time to eat up some of that damage by the air defense and the Archer towers, which also allows them to actually explode. And an attack like this, with so many units spread over such a huge distance, it's really important to make sure that they actually die. You can see he gets a little lucky here, and that last Lava Hound dies at the last second there, so he's able to have now at least a dozen pups on the board. So from here on out, it's going to be a relatively easy attack to pull off a 3-star victory. So yet again, a very nice attack, and he did it without any golems. You can get away without having to use golems, by all means do so. This last replay I want to bring you guys is a GoHoWi attack, and it's by Bob, so we got one in on our side as well. And this is a pretty traditional anti-3 layout here, anti-3 design with the queen well protected with the clan castle in the center of the base, and that little compartment with the multi-inferno tower. So it's actually not a terrible anti-3 base, but you can see he's gonna Bob is really gonna take advantage of the new Queen AI here, and he knows if he deploys her up north, she's gonna travel along that wall. And the golem there, very interesting deployment here. I've never seen an attack just like this by Bob, but it's actually really brilliantly planned out. And you can see he was talking to us a little bit beforehand about what he was doing, what his thought process here was. But basically, he's going to use 5 golems to take up each of those beams of the multi-inferno tower. So you can see he doesn't have to bring any freezes, and he's going in with hogs. He doesn't have to worry about the hogs at all being hit by those inferno towers, because the inferno towers are so close to one another that they're all going to be able to lock on to the 5 golems. And when the golems start going down, obviously they're just going to lock on to the golemites, right? So you can notice the hog portion of this attack along the southern edge of the base. Basically, they make their way. And you can know also how patient Bob is here with the heal spells. A lot of people get a little heal jumpy, itchy trigger finger on those heal spells on these Town Hall 10 hog attacks. But Bob was very patient, made sure the hogs get to a defensive quadrant, an area where they're going to be able to soak up as much of that heal as possible. Then he drops the heal spell. Now, some of you might be asking, what is the holdup here on that poison spell? Well, yet again, he's going to save the poison spell. He didn't use it on the clan castle troops. Rather, he used it on these skeletons that could kind of end the raid right about now. You can see he's just barely holding on here with a couple hogs, and his queen still has the ability to be used here. And 2 golems are still left on the board. At this point, it's just a matter of time is the only factor of essence in this raid. So he's able to use the queen's ability a little bit early, which was great. That way he has some archers working as well, and he get a little damage boost, obviously, from the queen, and he's actually going to finish with about 6 or 7 seconds left on the board. Very impressive attack. So guys, I hope you enjoyed these new 3-star videos. I'm going to hand things off to Ed.
Hi guys, you have reached the end of Ash's video, and if you want to see my channel, you can go on YouTube and check Clash with Ed. You'll see more awesome high-level content videos, and I hope you enjoyed Ash's video. Give him some comments, some likes. He's just like me, he loves them, and the motherfucker will reply you. Ed out. Bye.